what is achieved by the slaughter of children and women and utter innocence? And what are the international consequences of such a slaughter?
This is the key. And this is the thing that is, I think, really, that's what I described when the elephant in the room, is that this is nothing to do with destroying Hamas. Hamas is underneath the earth, far down. What it is actually making parts the north of Gaza, first of all, the north of Gaza, unlivable. No bread, no water, no equipment, no facilities, forcing, if you like, a displacement, a cleansing of the whole of the north of Gaza. And it's quite clear from what they are saying is that this is intended really to persuade the population, to put more pressure so that they hope in due course, although there's no sign of it at the moment, they can get rid of them altogether from Gaza and into Egypt, into the Sinai Desert. Although Egypt reaffirms time and time again, no, we won't take 100, we won't take 1,000, we are not going to take any more. But at the same time, the Egyptians are getting very fed up, and they've said so now, at the way Israeli is stopping and restricting the humanitarian assistance. It's rationing it, trying to put more pressure on people to leave, and first of all, to move to the south, and then it will be more pressure on the south. There have been a displacement, but there were, my estimates, about 900,000 still in Gaza City in the north. I guess maybe 50,000 are now on their way to the south, the displacing are literally as refugees trying to get out of the bombing in the north. But the civilian loss, I mean, this is really mobilizing and, radicalizing the world, watching these videos and the children, I mean, dying and their parents dead. And I think you've seen some of the people even playing on CNN who've come back from Gaza saying how terrible the slaughter is. It really is something very, very, I mean, this is ethnic cleansing that is taking place. This is the elephant in the room for Biden and for the United States and for Europe. They are tied to a process of ethnic cleansing, which is driving the Middle East nuts. The passions are getting higher and higher. And at the same time, what we see in Israel, increasingly, people are talking in apocalyptic terms about the future. They talk about the Palestinian civilians there as not being innocents, in the word of one cabinet member. And they're talking about what the settlers are doing in the West Bank. These are our biblical lands. Increasingly, we are seeing it turning into an eschatological debate about the biblical Israel and these people who are attacking us and killing us like the Amaleks did some thousands of years ago. So, I mean, it's becoming much, much harder for anyone to intervene when the mood turns like that. And just to be clear, over 80% of Israelis, left and right, share those sentiments about wanting to, if you like, erase all Palestinians from Gaza. I mean, eradicate all Palestinians from Gaza, because they feel there's no innocence. They're all complicit because they have had and they have nurtured a Hamas within themselves, that therefore they are party of it and they cannot claim to be non-combatants at all. So it's getting very, very much more fraught, this exercise.